You never know who's watching you out there. It could be one of these guys. This is a really neat owl skull. Walking Mountains brought it in. We're going to learn about the owls today, and you've said you've been seeing quite a few of them by your nature center in Avon.
Exactly. So after our avalanche class a couple weeks ago, we were driving down after cleaning up, and there was a great horned owl perched right on the curb.
Wow.
So we drove slowly up, taking pictures, and it swooped down and forth over our car. It was a good 18 inches. It was a full-grown great horned owl. So they're out. They're watching us.
Okay. Yes, you never know who we're going to see on the trail with us, but it's neat to know that they're there.
Exactly. And so I thought I'd bring in, a couple different parts of an owl we could talk about. You were just holding up this skull. And one of the things really neat about the skull, we all know that they can't move their eyeballs. Their eyeballs are actually in those fixed sockets. And I'm saying eyeballs, and that's actually not a correct, not the proper way of describing them. Their eyes are more cylindrical.
Wow.
So it's not a, more or less a sphere like our eyeballs. It's actually a tube that goes back in their head. That's why they have these huge elongated eye sockets that hold it. That allows them to see better at night.
Yeah, and they're big hunters, and they use their eyesight for this.
Absolutely. And, I think I was in here talking about an ermine a couple weeks ago, and, we had seen this owl print of where it had swooped down and picked up the ermine off the snow. And so they're out there hunting. And one of the ways they can get out there and hunt so perfectly is these nice feathers. You can see it's very, very soft compared to, this is a goose feather.
Very thin, too.
Very
okay,
thin.
So this is owl feather. And this is good. Oh yeah, it's heavier.
Much different.
It's much coarser.
And you can break these apart. These feathers kind of go back and forth. It's almost like a zipper where we can pull it apart and zip it back together. Owl feathers have these frayed tips, and that actually allows them to fly silently.
Oh wow.
Which, if you're flying at night, you probably want to be quiet if you want to get the good food.
Get the prey. All right. So stealth moves with the owls.
Exactly. Up to 40 miles an hour. It's the fast great horned owls we have, primarily see around here. It's the fastest owl on the planet. Can get up to 40 miles an hour.
Oh wow.
It's a big bird coming fast.
Okay, it definitely is. And then you've got, what are their wings?
Exactly. So another good example of how it flies silently. You can beat that, almost as fast as you can, and it's not going to make any noise. It's got those frayed tips. And then you can also, if you look at the curvature of that wing, you can see it's very similar to an airplane wing. Kind of has that rolling shape over it that allows the birds and airplanes to get the lift as air flows over it.
Okay, and this is their coloring. Do they change at all?
For the most part, they're going to stay kind of this camouflage brown. They're staying high up in the trees for the most part. So it's not like a snowy owl that's going to be bright white. They kind of stay this mottled brown, light brown camouflage.
Okay.
Forest camouflage.
Forest camo.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, what else you guys have going on? Your nature snowshoe hikes?
Exactly. So we're running snowshoe hikes out of our two locations. The Nature Discovery Center up at Eagles Nest is open. They'll start doing their moonlight snowshoe tours once Adventure Ridge starts staying open later in the evenings. Then our Science Center campus here in Avon is running our daily hikes 2 to 3. And with this fresh powder, it's going to be a real snowshoe today.
Okay, and for the new year, they've got some great new programs. So if you want to learn more and learn about nature, it's great for the whole family. WalkingMountains.org will give you the details. When we come back, we have weather details with Gabe.